Well, hello everybody. Sorry for last week. I was not feeling great, so I went to bed, and that's where I stayed for all the time. I woke up about midnight, and nobody was around, so I thought I'd better not stream at that time of night. I do, however, luckily today, strangely enough, with a huge round of applause, we have Mark.
You brought a friend along. Hey guys.
Yeah, I did.
It's good to see everybody. Finally to see the couple of viewers that we have live with us tonight on YouTube. We've probably got
one now.
Rumble.
One.
Yeah, we've got one.
We got one. It was two, and now it's back down to one.
We're doing well. Well, I hope we're relatively entertaining and fulfill the one person's night. It's it's been scary to talk about things lately, so it's probably good we had a couple of weeks off because it was just scary.
Yeah, well, if you've been in the crypto and watching the fall of the crypto market over the last 3 to 4 weeks, this is what your heart would have been doing. You see, Vince has found a few more buttons and playing.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm here for it. I like it.
But generally speaking, though, it has been a bit of an interesting time in crypto, and there's a lot that's been going on. And I don't know where we go from here. Are we in? Are we out? You know, there's I've got some stuff that I want to show you tonight. And there's some interesting news came out via Ainsley, right? Our wonderful silver brokers, but also they deal with crypto. And they had an interesting news article about XRP and its ETFs burning it up. So that's something else that we might get a chance to look at if we have half a chance. Mark, what have you got there on the articles? So while I get a couple of things ready.
Yeah, I found some interesting things, not XRP related. Can you possibly believe it? That's why I can't believe. I nearly fell out of my chair when you just said XRP. I was, oh my god! Vince just said we're doing XRP. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I just fell out of the chair because you said they're not XRP related. So yeah, all right.
Yeah,
well, if you've got something to share there, mate.
Yeah, I've got some. Oh, right. Yeah, we'll go straight into it. Fair enough. Give me a second. Share screen.
So while he's busily chasing that up, the other part that I was talking last week about looking at what to invest in crypto coming up, and not soon after that program, I went, there's this whole thing about AI and AI duplicating people. There must be some way to authenticate that. So I'm going to discuss about that a little bit later tonight.
That'll be very interesting. That's
all right.
Because there's a lot of faces out there that don't technically exist, but that'll be interesting.
Well, there's faces out there that do exist and that have been copied and faked.
Well, there you go.
So
see, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting.
All right.
Have you've got my screen there? Yep, awesome. All right. So one of the things that Carl talks about on his channel, and a lot of people talk about, is the silver and gold, and it's pretty relevant to us too. This is a very long post, which we won't read all of it, I don't think, but it's interesting. This is from Ben Rickard, talking about how the silver price at the moment has moved so fast that it's triggered the CME circuit breaker, which was something that I think I mentioned a couple of shows ago or something. I said that there was a Cliff High had in the Cliff High reports where he was basically predicting the future from scraping the internet back in the day. In his reports, it said that we will reach a time where silver and gold start going up so much in one day that it'll trigger circuit breakers, and they will basically stop trading of it to allow the price to settle down, or at least stop rising so fast, because they don't want that to happen. The people that run the show, they would prefer silver to be where it is and gold to be a little, or at least be a little bit lower, that's for sure. But unfortunately, when the system is breaking down as fast as it is, they can't control it. And that's kind of what this guy's talking about in his post. So I'll read through some of it. I don't know how much we'll get through. Feel free to jump in. Vince, anything I say that interests you and you want me to stop, feel free to jump in. This is a bit long one. But so
well,
we've had...
just before you start that,
Yep.
let's just look at this. Come on, add to the stage. That is, in fact, the silver chart.
There you go. Perfect.
Right. So what we can see here is a huge cup and handle.
Yeah. It's like a miniature cup and handle with inside a big cup and handle.
Yeah, indeed.
There's a major cup and handle over years, and now it's like it's printing. It's almost like how Fibonacci works with the golden mean, and you start to see, the same shapes repeating inside itself. There's like if you zoom out further, I think it's even further. There's one that's over a long time, and there's a bloke identified it from years ago.
Gonna have to go to monthly for that. So just hang on a minute.
Yeah, that one.
There it is.
That cup.
So that's that cup and handle.
Yeah.
Down to the daily. We've got another cup and handle.
So this is
interesting.
This is it was really this is indicative of showing you basically momentum, and when you're about to see a breakout. That was one of the things, one of the pattern recognitions that when I was doing learning some of the trading stuff, that I noticed that when kind of an imminent breakout is about to happen, you start to see almost that Fibonacci sequence printing in the different time frames, and you'll get a longer time frame printing the same shape into the smaller time frames as you go down, and then eventually it just goes boom, because I guess the energy in the market needs to release. But yeah, that's an amazing thing that we're now at a tiny little cup and handle on a silver chart on a daily, which that's pretty small. That's a pretty small time frame.
Not to mention that the red line there being the 50 EMA moving average, it's not getting even anywhere close to it. So it touched it there, and that's it. All right. I've got some other interesting stuff to show you a bit later.
It's good that you've got
the reference. Sorry,
I was going to say it's good that you've got that. It's funny that your line, that your other smaller, I guess, is that a 7-day? The golden one, is that a 7-day average maybe, or
no, that was
day
the original. The yellow line, it's 21 day.
Yeah. So it's funny that yours is yellow. On my charts, they're yellow too, and a lot of other guys have a yellow chart, a yellow line for their smaller time frame. And when you see the price riding that yellow line, that's what people start saying, we're riding the golden highway up to the up to where we want to be.
Yeah.
And it's good when you see it riding that line and not dipping down below, because that shows so much momentum in the market. But yeah, we're coming to a point again with silver where it's about to do something amazing, I think, hopefully.
So that big long yellow line, that was where we first broke the top, and you can see that we've broken through again on the daily.
And we had our pullback that I was talking about. We got our little pullback. And then isn't it it's amazing how fast it's testing the line again.
It's above it, and that's for the daily. It's broken. It's now once again in price discovery. It's hit
that's amazing. And I guess that's why it triggered all the
alarm bells.
All the alarm bells. Was it yesterday? I think it almost was.
Yeah. And so that's the gold chart, just for your interest, on the daily as well. It's sort of formatted as well. although that cup and handle is down from what it was. So silver has moved more than what gold has moved. If you look at it from the chart, that line there is the projected, right? So if we go back to our silver one,
silver's got a lot of catching up to do.
It has, but I don't have any way of drawing another line for that for silver, whereas I can for gold. I can't go back far enough really to. There's just no option. I can't do a read on that at this stage. But anyway, I'll let you get back to your stuff. Let's see if this works. Before presenting on the screen, remove the other media. So I can't cheat. I have to do it that way.
and before I start reading this too, I will also say hello to Peter Grace, our only viewer that's commented at the moment in the comments. Thanks for being with us on a Saturday night. This is Ben Ricker. He's a bit of a professional about this kind of stuff, and he gives a bit of an overview on his opinion on what's going on. This was reposted by Digital Asset Investor, who was a guy I follow who's an XRP, Morgan Stanley, wealth advisor kind of guy. So he knows what he's talking about as well. And so we'll get into this one. Silver's bull run hit a CME circuit breaker, but the cycle won't stop. There's a point in every monetary cycle when the truth becomes too expensive to suppress and too volatile for the system to process. Silver just reached that point. As silver ripped through the key resistance levels with the momentum of a freight train, the CME's silver future market was abruptly halted. The official explanation was that a server cluster overheated, which, what do you reckon about that one, Vince? Do you reckon the servers just overheated?
Lame excuse.
that's what I just read that and I was like, as if Vince is going to piss himself. Like he's just going to go, that's not really probably the real cause, considering they've had more than enough infrastructure to run the system for all this time, but just because silver went up, all of a sudden it overheats. That's just hilarious.
You're trying to tell me that the whole silver market is living on one server cluster? Yeah. Right.
Yeah. It's just comical. It's like, no, it's like you bastards are finally getting caught for all the manipulation and bullshit that you've been doing for all these years, and you're just trying to cover it up and stop it. It's just insane. The system is breaking down. So that may be technically true. This guy says he's at least giving them. He's not going to argue with them. He's just saying, but in market surface explanations often conceal deeper realities, and the deeper reality is this: silver is beginning to reprice the world's monetary distortions, and the infrastructure built to suppress volatility isn't designed to handle honest price discovery. A server didn't fail, the narrative didn't fail. When a market moves faster than the system built to contain it, silver has always been a pressure valve in the global monetary system. It's small enough to suppress, but large enough to send signals when the pressure reaches critical levels. When the CME overheats, in brackets, during a bullish breakout, it's not just a glitch. It's the manifestation of something the Austrian school has been warning about for decades. When money is distorted long enough, the eventual reversion happens violently, not gradually. Silver isn't rising because sentiment improved. Silver is rising because confidence is deteriorating, and confidence always dies quietly before the price signals scream. This wasn't a rally. It was a release of compressed truth. Look at the underlying structures. Years of artificially suppressed interest rates distorted the cost of capital. Monetary inflation outpaced economic productivity. Physical silver inventories on COMEX declined even as paper leverage exploded. Industrial demand surged, solar batteries, electronics, while mine supply stagnated. Monetary metals re-entered the geopolitical conversation as BRICS explored settlement alternatives. This was not a speculative burst. This was the inevitable expression of fundamentals that have been mispriced for more than a decade. The halt was simply the moment when the system's plumbing couldn't keep the lid on anymore. A dam doesn't show cracks because the water misbehaved. It shows cracks because the structure was flawed. Hayek would call this a knowledge problem playing out in real time. Hayek's insight was piercing. No centralized system can process all economic knowledge without distorting signals. Silver is revealing the knowledge that policymakers ignored. Money supply growth matters. Real savings matter. Capital structures matters. Pricing discovery cannot be engineered indefinitely. Scarcity eventually asserts itself, no matter what many derivatives exit on top of it. A server meltdown is the perfect metaphor. The digital layer failed because the real world fundamentals finally punched through. If the silver glitch was harmless, why did the market react like this? Like it was meaningful? Because everyone understands instinctively that silver is the monetary conscience of the system. When silver behaves violently, something beneath the floorboards is shifting. That's we can probably keep going, but you get the point.
I like that comment where it says the bull run didn't finish. Sorry, just scroll down a bit. Word stop there. The bull run didn't stop. The exchange did.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. That's what they do in the markets too. When something's gone nuts, they halt trading because it'll bust them otherwise. And well, not much more they can do. If they get broken, they get broken.
Yeah.
So,
and it's sort of. I mean, we probably could. He's even got another bit in here where it's the Austrian economics call this the crack up boom dynamic. First, inflation distorts everything. Then the people begin to flee currency. Then tangible assets rise uncontrollably. Finally, monetary authorities lose their grip. And that's exactly what we're seeing. Like we're doing inflation where we're seeing people flee currencies. Tangible assets have risen uncontrollably. So the next step is the monetary authorities lose their grip. And then it's going to be interesting to see the crack up boom come in. And this is, it's pretty interesting. We're just seeing it in real time. It's amazing that waiting all this time, anybody that's been holding silver for years and years and years, congratulations, we finally got there. We're at that point where we're like, no, you were right. You were holding it for the right reasons, that the monetary system is broken and we're going to see things start to correct. And it's so interesting to see them try and manipulate and bullshit their way out of it again with a really piss weak excuse. That's amazing that that's their excuse. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting, considering what we've been discussing lately and what Carl's been talking about, and everybody's been saying buy silver for quite a while now. So price discovery mode for silver. Yeah, exactly right, Mr. Bill. That's 100%. It's we've been waiting all this time. I remember when I first started looking at learning about trading, and you saw like the mythical cup and handle thing in the book, and it was like, ooh, I wouldn't mind being part of one of those. Maybe we finally got there. It'd be interesting.
Yeah, twice. One from took multiple years, and the other one in a few days, effectively.
Yeah.
Probably about 30 days, 30-day cup and handle, which just means that more price discovery. And I mean, platinum's doing the same thing. Gold's going up as well. So, it's just crazy. Now, for people who are looking to buy gold and silver, we recommend, or at least I recommend, Ainsley Bullion for that. We've been doing all the stuff through Voice of Freedom with Ainsley Bullion. So I'm going to give them a shout out from here, although they do not officially sponsor FBN. I'm still going to give them a shout out from here. And hopefully in some new arrangements, FBN will also be sponsored by these guys and doing some ads for them as well. but they're a great place. They really look after their customers. Every time I've ordered silver off them, it's been packed properly, it's been insured. It was really, really a good idea. I'd buy gold off them, but I have a slight challenge called lack of money. So I'm lucky to get silver. So actually, that reminds me, it's Christmas time. I should probably go and get some more silver so I can spread it around the family. So just remember that, guys. It's if you wish, go to Ainsley Bullion. They make some great options there for your various coins and nice patterns and bits and pieces. So you can choose what you want, get it delivered. I'd get that done pretty quickly because, Australia Post and everything like that. But effectively, get in there and always do yourself a favor. You get a slight discount if you actually mention Carl Liebold or Voice of Freedom, right? FBN will get you nothing, but those ones will. All right, so shout out Ainsley, good place to go and buy, all right, and they'll look after you.
It might. Right. You never know. You never know if they say FBN. You never know. Ainsley might mean, you mean Carl? And they'll go, yeah.
Well,
all right.
They might.
Give you a
discount. Yeah, they might. But we'll need to deal with that one later. So what else have you got there, mate?
What else have I got? Let's scroll down this enormous post. I've got a Warren Buffett. This isn't exactly crypto, but it's the kind of to do with the market and more of a. I draw a comparison to cryptocurrency after watching this kind of thing. So, no, that clip. Sorry, I brought the wrong clip with me. That clip's 6 minutes. We don't want to do that. I had a clip. I can't remember the time. Basically, I'll just tell you about it instead of watching the clip. Basically, Warren Buffett has come out saying that instead of buying property, he would buy real estate. He would buy stocks instead. And his reason that he would do that is a simple: stocks equals speed, scale, and finality, where real estate equals delays, complexity, endless humans, and paperwork. He's
getting lazy in his old age.
Yeah, which is he's pretty right. And the comparison I wanted to draw to this post was, if we say cryptocurrency instead of stocks, or cryptocurrency related, or even stocks on the blockchain. If we say something in the realm of that, if we replace just stocks with those words, we can. Or I think this is also a valid post to say that they are also going to be a better investment than real estate into the future because of these things: speed, scale, finality, instead of delays, complexity, endless humans, and paperwork. We're going to see the efficiency of tokenization bring stocks and everything else onto the blockchain and hopefully outpace your returns in real estate. So anybody out there like myself who doesn't own a home yet and is just devastated with what's going on in the Australian real estate market, it's just obscene prices going at the moment. Hopefully we might be able to, at least, if house prices don't want to come down, maybe we can outpace the house prices with our cryptocurrency on the way up and meet them in the middle somewhere. That's without like a good plan. But yeah, I thought I didn't have much going on, but I was scrolling past, I saw that and I was like, oh, that's a really interesting post about Warren Buffett. But yeah, other than that, it's probably old news. Like XRP is doing what you're going to probably touch on later in one of your things, is XRP's been doing really well with its ETF, breaking all the records, etc.
Indeed. I've got a couple of things that I'm just catching up on myself here a little bit. So what I might do. No, that's not going to work. It's going to throw that up, and then I realised that you wouldn't be able to read it. And yeah, okay. Let's go there anyway. Let's just remove that, put that up. Right. So this is through Ainsley Crypto. XRP ETFs are on fire. If you've been following the latest developments of the cryptocurrency market, sentiments have shifted decisively into caution. Bitcoin is down 21% this month, and the fear and greed index is sitting on extreme fear, which is true, which is why I needed my heartbeat there, didn't I? Damn it, missed it. There was a cue and I missed it. So extreme fear, and a broader market is still digesting Bitcoin's October peak of $126,000 US. November also saw record Bitcoin ETF outflows of nearly $3.7 billion, with Ethereum facing similar pressures. Against this backdrop, XRP has delivered a notable counterpoint, with the successful loss of the spot ETFs showing unexpected resilience with several new milestones. On the 14th of November, Canary Capital introduced the first US spot XRP ETF. So that's only a couple of weeks ago, drawing on an impressive US 245 million day one inflows. That translates to roughly 250 million net, alongside the 58 million in trading volume, making it the largest EFT launch in the category in 2025. And it goes on to more and more of this. So it's just interesting to see that happened, even though our cryptocurrencies as such
we're taking nose diving as fast as they possibly could.
Well, XRP did as well. So this is the actual XRP chart, right? And here you can see, right, and I'm in the daily chart here. These blue lines, I'll take that device and get rid of that. Come here, click, and delete. No, it's not going to go. There we go. Right. So these show us the highs up the top here, right? And in here was the range that we were chasing, and we can see it broke out of that, went up into that range, and then come back and came down here. And I gather I've been drawing on this screen for the looks of it for some reason. And we put it inside this channel. Right, so that is the bottom of that channel, and I said it would probably come down and hit that at some stage. Now, that's in US dollars. If I change it to AU, it's going to just erase all my charting, so I don't want to do that.
It sucks.
But I did say if it drops down into this area, it would be a good time to buy somewhere in this area. That's what that purple block was about. Remember we were talking about that?
Yes.
Well, it went right through that and hit down the bottom here and then came back up. All right, so right now, if you had money to spare, would you be purchasing?
I mean, yeah, I would be a little bit. Only because I missed the bottom. But yeah, I'd happily be buying now. I don't think we're going to see too much more. Like when it dumps out as fast as it did, and when it held. It only went down to what is it, $1.97, but what is $1? Maybe it didn't close below $1.97 there.
The lowest it
tapped. Yeah, it tapped $1.80 something, but yeah, it didn't close below $1.97. So that's good. It's like that's showing real strength that when considering that 6 months ago or 8 months ago we were at 80 cents and we're now holding over $2 on XRP, that's showing real strength for XRP.
Hang on. Obviously, Bill doesn't like the way I chart. So that's all right, mate. No problem. I didn't say I was an expert. It's just the way I use it.
Well, everyone does. It's really interesting to see how some people do it. One of the best guys I've seen and successful guys that I've learned from does it kind of how you're doing it, which is interesting with the channels and the blocks. It's pretty. He doesn't do it. He doesn't do it. Some people do like lines this way, and other people do just the levels, which I think is a pretty smart way to do it. But if people think it's retarded, that's they're allowed to have that opinion.
Well, it's suffice to say, yeah, it's a lot harder to insult me than that. So sorry.
Yeah, we've been called much worse, much worse.
All right, but the interesting part about that was, and now I've lost my train of thought because Bill took me on a wander. The interesting part about that in that drop and where it is at the moment, that the red there is the 50 moving day average, right? And the yellow being the 21. It's running below the line. So does that raise the question that we're going to have another drop here? It's not managed to break it. It tops it here.
Yeah.
But it's not managed to break it.
We keep tapping it. We keep knocking on the door, and we're going to keep knocking on the door. Eventually, it'll open. So hopefully,
well, it's got a daily there of a red candle. Let's have a look at what the hourly has to say. I'll have to.
I mean, yeah, we could definitely see a little bit more downward. I wouldn't surprise me if we went down a little bit more at all. But I don't think we're going to see like the arse just drop out of the market and we can go down to $1 and that kind of thing.
Yeah, so it does raise some interesting questions. Well, along with that, though, something else that I was noticing that I wanted to bring up was obviously if we look at BTC, which means I've got to get up top here somewhere, right? That is BTC's chart. Right, and so it's bottom out about here, which is it tapped down to the 80,000 at one stage, and if we go back that way, we can sort of see where the last bull market was and where it peaked out and where this has got to. And if you compare that to where we are at the moment, we came down a long way, but we didn't come out and hit the bottom. Now, normally when the bull market drops or it does a big dip, it'll hit and then sit around the bottom for a while. I don't think that's happening this time. Right, that's not what I'm seeing here on this, but that's just my reading of the chart. But to back that up, I want to show you this, which is, when I find it, total 3, where are you? Total. Have a look at this chart. This is total of cryptocurrency, like all the cryptocurrencies together, right? And that's going right back to down here, which is based at the bottom of the market, which is there, right, in November 22. And this is the climb up. What can you see that's just happened in the total? We've got a massive climb up, and then we've had the big drop off, and it's bounced off that resistance bar.
We've got a lower high. That's all I see. There's a lower high, which is a great thing to have.
So effectively, and that's a reasonable, like these are dailies that we're looking at. So effectively, we could have a bit of a climb coming onto our plate. Now, Banter, or Ran the Man from Banter, he actually has a whole thing where he talks about how there's been a concerted effort to hit the crypto, to hit Trump, and to hit silver in the markets over the last month. And he goes into all the reasons why. So if you get half a chance to have a look at it, actually, I think I've got a little bit here.
Interesting.
And I'm pretty sure, hang on, I need to remove that. You've got something up there, Mark. Okay, I'll put you up, remove that, and put that
I was
up.
just going to draw a comparison with XRP and Bitcoin. With where we saw, despite seeing the price drop in the market and the price drop in Bitcoin and the price drop in XRP, and quite a rapid drop considering we were at where we were with XRP, though I think we saw greater percentages in other coins, this is probably a good example of it. Even though we were dropping and Bitcoin was dropping, XRP against Bitcoin, we had a rise. So we could have seen some people trading in and out of Bitcoin and XRP and arbitraging and making a little bit of money. But we did see what we saw was a great recovery for XRP against Bitcoin, despite the market dropping. And that, for me, shows the strength in XRP, and more, it brings into a possibility that XRP will hopefully eventually decouple from Bitcoin. People will argue against that to the moon and back, and say that will never happen, though. If all things happen correctly for XRP and it does what it's supposed to do, we should see a bit of a decoupling from Bitcoin and XRP should, with utility, earn its own price and hopefully a stable price at quite a high price. But I just thought that was an interesting thing to draw a comparison to when you were talking about XRP before and the price drop. We had a price drop in. And you'll see this probably in a lot of the altcoins. You might see some of the other altcoins that had a bit of a rise against Bitcoin because Bitcoin came down to 90,000. Pretty good, pretty good, strong thing for XRP for those guys that are holding XRP out there. And also, I read in the comments that thanks, Mr. Bill, we misunderstood Mr. Bill's comment. He was agreeing with us.
Oh.
He said, don't look in. He said, don't look in AUD. And then he commented again and said, that's a retarded way to chart. So we just missed his first comment. That's all.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bill. My apologies.
You have to understand, when we only get one comment that says retarded way to chart, we're going to read that and go, oh, they think we're retarded.
Well, it's not wrong either way, so it doesn't matter.
We're like, well, fair enough.
All right.
He was agreeing with us. He was like, USD is the way to go.
Yeah, well, I do all my charting in USD, so, and then don't worry about it, because the Australian dollar just floats around in the ether doing what it bloody well wants. And by the way, just to keep things valid, we give no financial advice on this platform. We are not financial advisors. But I'll just want to bring this up, except it didn't add to the stage, you bastard. Okay, hang on. I need to remove that again. Stop sharing. Add share screen, window.
Mr. Bill just commented again. He asked the question. He said, what are you guys hoping for? Do you think XRP can get to 20 USD or 10K? I think we do both of those things. It's just a matter of time. And how long the timeline is, unfortunately, I can't say. But I reckon we're going to see. We saw the brothers from Wall Street. I can't remember the Asian brothers from America on Wall Street that are heavily into the XRP scene. They gave their $1,000 by 2030 prediction openly on Fox News. So let's run with that. $1,000 by 2030. But please continue.
Nice.
Pardon?
So that'd be nice.
Yeah.
All right. So this is, let me know if the sound doesn't come out, but this is Rand from Crypto Banter. And There's just one. I don't believe that we're going into a bear market, and here's the reason why Rand, what he believes will happen next. It's about 2 minutes 30. So
That we're going into a bear market. I know certain naysayers have said, look, the 4-year cycle's over, the 4-year cycle's dead, the bull market's over. I've said from the beginning that I don't believe that. I've been quite vigilant about saying that bull markets don't end like this. Bull markets end when something breaks or when people lose conviction in a certain asset or a certain asset class. And in this cycle, nothing's broken. People haven't lost conviction in the asset or the asset class. On the macro level, absolutely nothing's broken. So for me, the bull market ain't over, right? For me, what I'm expecting, and I've said it a million times, I'm expecting a 2021 type scenario where we had our little black swan over here, we dipped down over here, and now we're going to start going back up. And I tweeted that on November 23rd, where I said I'm expecting a 2021 style comeback eventually with a higher high. So why am I expecting this? Well, there are a couple of data points that I'm looking at again. First thing is, let's look at the basics, right? The basics, none of the bull market indicators actually went in it. So if you look at the bull market indicators, none of the bull market indicators went in it. And you could say, okay, well, you know what? Those bull market indicators are very much retail-driven bull market indicators. And I agree with you. And that's why I'm not basing my thesis on that specifically. But no matter which way you look at it, none of the bull market indicators have basically been hit. If you look at where we bounced exactly off the production cost line for Bitcoin. Now, if you look at this chart around the production cost line for Bitcoin, what you'll realize is that in bull markets, we generally stay above the production cost line. And only in bear markets do we start going below the production cost of Bitcoin line. Now, where did we bounce? We bounced on the production cost of Bitcoin line. And so for me, that's a super encouraging factor. If you look at where we bounced relative to the short-term holder basis, we liquidated all the short-term holders that wanted to sell. We just bounced above the ETF holder basis, right? That's a big place to be bouncing. And I think that that's one of the critical support levels. But most importantly, I want to show you a chart that I don't think anybody's looking at. And what this chart is tracking is tracking the 20-week moving average and the 50-week moving average. And what you can see is that in bear markets, every time we've had a bear market, the 20-week and the 50-week have basically crossed each other. It happened over here, and then it happened again over here, right? And in this interim dip over here, the one we had in 2021, the 50-week and the 20-week didn't cross each other on the way down. And if you look at this chart again, this chart hasn't crossed on the way down. And until this chart crosses on the way down, I don't believe that we're going into a bear market.
There you go.
Yeah, that's very interesting metrics. Those, especially the ones with a buy for the ETFs, where we bounce off the ETF buys and stuff. That's interesting.
Yeah, indeed, it certainly is. So the other part that I was talking about, we'll put ourselves back up on screen, which means I'll remove that. Last week, while you were busily working your little heart out, I discussed where do we go in the future with crypto? What do we start looking at? And of course, one of the things I've been talking about for a while is the AI narrative. Now, I'm not telling anyone that they should follow my advice, because my advice sucks. But what I was trying to get a point at was that you need to do your research and start looking into something. Now, AI is something that's going to happen. That's just an undeniable fact, right? But what do we look at in a crypto market where AI is concerned? And I'm thinking about it, and I'm looking at it, and we're sitting here right now, and we're doing a live show, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, and someone can grab parts of this and feed it into an AI and then put out something, and all of a sudden I've said something I didn't actually say. I thought, hang on a minute. There's a whole market there. There's a whole niche there where there has to be some way on the internet that you can authenticate these videos as you. So I thought I'd do a quick look around and see if there was anything in the crypto market area that was doing that. I mean, there's one called Fake AI, which is looking at proving that videos are fake. But is there anything that actually tags this real live video that we're doing right now as authentic by the creator, and something that you could check up on to prove it was made by the creator?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that idea.
Right? Yep. And
What
so,
did you find? What did you find, Vince?
what did I find? Well, I found a couple.
Please tell me
Right,
it's
that
like a cent. It's about a cent each.
Under a cent.
Oh,
Under a
thanks.
cent.
This is getting good. This is not financial advice, remember?
Yes, that's right. Not financial advice.
I like this.
But the only challenge is buying them. You have to go and buy them offshore. But one of them, let me just bring this back up, is Numbers Protocol.
Numbers Protocol.
Numbers Protocol, right? With the ticker NUM, right? Currently at 0.007 of a cent. All right. And when I found this, I thought I'm going to go buy some of that. Well, I bought it at probably 0.009 cent, and it's gone that way.
That's always how it works. It doesn't matter what price you get at. It can go lower. You think it can't get any cheaper. Oh, it can get cheaper.
Yeah. So I was not that concerned. I mean, I only had a few little dollars sitting up in the Mexi account, so it's only I bought about $13. But I am planning on buying significantly more about that. And it's got its full Numbers Protocol here, the website.
It'd be interesting to see. I'd love to know how they, like, what the technologies they use to actually verify you. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So it's a DID, which means it's a digitally inserted ID into your content, which would be verified by an API and attached to the blockchain.
Oh, that's
right.
smart.
So
there's no
Provenance
biometric data needed.
No, you as the creator,
that's awesome.
Have an account with them, purchase it, and when you do that, you integrate this DID into your video, right? Which will give it a blockchain contract or somewhere on the blockchain. It identifies that video such and such with this digital ID belongs to this character, right? So, and this is what human truth, machine proofing, right? It all goes into how it goes. So I did a little bit of a look inside it, and that was one of only two that I found that are heading in this direction. Right. I have found another one as well.
And it's on the Ethereum blockchain, is it, being an ERC token?
My puppy dog just came in to say hello.
Hello, puppy dog.
Get out. Out. So this is one that I'm looking at. And of course, when we go and look at them here, right, Numbers has been around for, let me go for the full max time. Right, so they've been around since 22, and they've been right up here when they first released, which I think they were ahead of their time here. Right.
Someone made some money real quick and sold it off.
Yeah, indeed. Right. I think they were ahead of their time here, but that got as high as 232. Now, their market maximum supply is only 1 billion.
That's not bad.
Right. Total supply or total circulating supply at the moment is 853 million. Or 853 billion.
They're almost there.
Yeah. So that actually doesn't calculate correctly.
Yeah, they got a total supply for 8.
Oh, yeah.
And then they got a
I'm missing the extra one. Yes, it does. Yeah. So they're almost there. All right. So, and this one, as I said, currently at 0.007 cents. Now, the other one that I found was a company called LYN.
Lind.
Yeah.
Oh, Links. Oh, no, Lind. Righto.
Was that the right one?
You wouldn't think that'd be that
quite
many.
sure if that's right? And that one's at, no, that's not the right mark. That's not the right one. Hang on a minute. I need to jump to Mexi.
You remember what it is. There's so many of them, it's extremely confusing.
That one. Yeah. LYN. Yeah, no, Evelyn AI. Yes, that is the right one.
Yeah, you might be right.
7 cents. 7 cents. Sorry. So this one's at 7 cents. So it's a bit more expensive. So that was the right one.
It's got a short chart. It's only a pretty new coin, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. So on the max, it's only been out since here. Right. And once again, the website, we'll just open up. All right. They're doing something sort of similar. Except they're dealing more along the lines of NFTs, etc. as well.
Oh, okay.
Right. Tagging those sort of options. But they do go into generated. So
yeah, fair.
Right.
It's a really interesting concept. I like it. I think it'll have legs. It's just a matter about the adoption and who they're partnering with and all that kind of stuff about whether they actually get them off the ground and going.
Actually, I reckon I might be on the wrong one there. Evelyn AI. No, that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one that was in your.
Yeah. But that's not quite what I thought. But definitely our numbers protocol is the one that was the highest rated. When I had a chat with ChatGTP, it rated this one as one of the higher options for it. And once again, there are so many creators out there. They need to be able to identify some way that they are true. Not only that, but it's a safety factor as well. Someone starts suing you for something they've seen on, but I didn't produce that. Oh, yes, you did. Look, it's hard to detect. Well, no, because where's my ID?
Yeah. So you could, this is where, like, you could see one of these companies partner up with YouTube, where it's automatically included in your subscription, your creator subscription. So it's that's where you need to, for these companies, it's a really good idea to go and do a lot of research on them and try and find out who they're partnering with, who's creating it, where the money's coming from, all that kind of stuff. So you can maybe stumble across a little bit of information that gives you a bit of the inside word on who's going to maybe be a bit more successful than the other companies. Because if you see if you see someone that possibly has a partnership with a big brand, and there's a good chance that the big brand's not going to see NVIDIA. Are they partnered with NVIDIA? Are they talking? Is that what they're saying there? Down here? Are they their actual partners?
Well, they're part of it. Our technology, human truth, machine proof. Numbers preserved, assets, provenance through an immutable history of changes, creating a richer, more trusting recording for humanity. So this one's more about AI and what it can do versus the other one, which is about protecting the individual contact. So I'm obviously going to buy quite a bit more in the numbers. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to be successful. I mean, I bought into Electronium. Yeah. Okay. That says it all, right? Yeah. But I mean, ETN's still alive though. So in all fairness, I haven't lost really, and I did come out with some profit from it, not much.
Well, but, your comment, I think, like Mr. Bill, I was just reading a comment from Mr. Bill, which you just touched on yourself. It says too many projects with good fundamentals never get anywhere, like ETN, and you got a stupid meme coin making people millionaires like Shib and Doge. Which is 100% true. It's like that's exactly what goes on in this ridiculous market that we're in. But what we're coming into is the time of utility. That's what I really think. Where we're going to see the wheat from the shaft, from the chaff. Yeah. Did I get it wrong? I get chaff. I keep saying that wrong.
Yeah, chaff. Yeah, chaff.
And the and we're gonna see everything sorted to where there's just a few winners, I think, and we instead of seeing SHIB and Doge and stupid fart coin make people millionaires, we're gonna see
Doge
utility.
still will.
Yeah,
Doge
Doge is gonna live. I think Doge is gonna live, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't really do anything. They reckon they could use it for some kind of payments thing, but it doesn't technically do shit. They reckon, mate. I think even Elon says that, and he was the one that pumped it, which is funny.
Well, he pumped it for a reason. So
yeah. Well,
there's a few, right? But if you're looking for a golden rough, I think this creators one's going to make a bit of money on it. I'm not saying it's going to be super brilliant, but I can see there isn't anything out there that's filled that niche yet in the crypto market.
Yeah, that's going to take off. That's a great concept. That's because it's got real world utility. It actually has a use case that people are going to need and going to use. Yeah,
but finding a project with real world utility that's not already being attacked from about 7 different angles is not easy. And as I said, when I went through this, trying to find something that would do this, I only found about 2 or 3, and one of those is not even on the market yet, right? But they are more business-based and aiming only at corporates. So I don't know if they're even going to do a crypto for it at this stage. But it's the same idea, tagging digital ID, right? Tagging your lives, etc. online. So
yeah, that's as soon as you're going to see something like that team up with a YouTube and a Rumble and all the other platforms that content's put onto where people make money, X, because you'll just see you'll see a really good program that just partners with them, and then it'll be included in the subscriptions as either an option or whatever. And that's when you'll see the tokens explode. And if you can, with any luck, they might have some kind of burn factor, so it's like a deflationary one as well, where it just continually rises in price. That'd be kind of cool. That's what one of the things that makes XRP really good is it's deflationary. But yeah, anything like that, you're onto a winner. I think just buy more than $13 worth of that, Vince. That's the work.
Yeah,
that's the way you want to go.
I've got to transfer some more money over. So had an interesting issue this week for anybody who's listening with the bank, because I host various websites and bits and pieces as part of my business and stuff. And of course, it was time to re-up the hosting costs with this particular company. And no matter what I tried, I have 2 different bank accounts that I could use and 3 different cards. No matter what I tried, every single card got denied by their third-party processing payment.
What?
Yeah. So I rang the relevant banks or bank in one case and confirmed that they did not even get tapped on the shoulder to say, hey, can I take money, please? So nothing showed up in their logs. The only way that I could stop my web servers from shutting down was to sell the last of my poor little Bitcoin and send it that way.
What?
Yep. So my last $400 of Bitcoin went bye-bye to keep my servers running.
Oh,
but it's interesting that we had that alternative method, right?
Oh yeah.
I couldn't do it from PayPal because my PayPal account got banned years ago, and I just told them to stick it up their bum. And don't ever trust PayPal, guys. They have terrible service. My account got closed for somebody depositing $3.26 into my account from China, and I don't even know where it came from.
Oh,
and they closed my account. They said, because what did you sell? But I didn't sell anything. There's no sale. It's like, anyway.
Wow.
So they closed my business account and then they closed my private account as well because the cards were attached. So PayPal, love you, not. Right. So it was just lucky that I was able to go through BitPay and send that through that way.
Yeah, wow.
Right, using crypto. If I had that crypto, they still haven't solved the problem. My servers would probably shut down by now.
Shit. Yeah, it's that's the interesting thing, interesting point to make about the technology, isn't it? That it can get you out of a pickle when you need to.
Well, it's about not having all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So this is some more of that website: how to amplify events impact, build trust, blockchain meets broadcasting, and how definanced media is revolution content integrity, ensuring integrity in the Taiwan elections. So we supposedly can't call them false now. How to create traceable music using AV mapping, AI meets blockchain, charting the future of digital transparency, etc. And there's a whole heap more. I don't think there is actually from memory, but that's part of what it's about, right? The ecosystem, etc. So it's really quite interesting. The main proof snap, verifying engine, capturing. So yeah, I think this one's got a little bit of legs on it, to be honest. So, and for 0.007 of a cent.
Yeah.
All right, throw $100 on that, and you've got
If you go to a cent, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, you get $103. Yay! Right, but yeah. So, but that was one. So it just gives a bit of an idea. I'm going to probably try and look around for a couple of others. All right, but once again, still staying in the blue chips is the place to be while everything's falling apart, as far as I'm concerned. So that's ETH if you're prepared to pay all the fees. Solana, XRP, BTC, some of those. Monaro's doing quite well in the privacy. Zcash doing as well. So yeah.
So Zcash. I used to have some of that back in the day.
Right. Well, we haven't said much to anybody here today, so we have to say Bill and Pete had to head out. So hi, Pete. Sorry you left, but hopefully you'll catch up with that for the rest. We've got a whole 8 viewers here. No love for Ada. Cardano, maybe. It's been around for a while, and it's been in the top, but it's been fairly quiet. There's not been a lot of noise out there for it.
And they just haven't got the industry adoption that they need to really get going. And they kind of been doing deals with Ripple in the background a little bit, which kind of shows which one you need to be buying. Same as when they bought out the Lifeline for Ethereum with XRP, and it's like that kind of tells me, it shows which one you need to be buying. It's just showing the strength of the one that's been tried and tested now for quite a while, gone through its court case and all that kind of crap. But yeah, the majors, buy the dip, guys, buy the dip. Don't be worried about what's been going on in the market. I hope if you bought before it dipped, I'm sorry, but just hold on tight and don't worry, you'll be okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, after holding on tight for all that time, I told you that story. My XRP. But what industry adoption does Doge have? None. It's the advantage of Doge is that it was the first meme coin out there, the first meme coin. And that's why it's the granddaddy, and the granddaddy's going to stay, basically. All right. Yeah. So that's why the first few, the XRPs, some of those are going to stay. There's a young one. You're putting the young one on there. We need a digital ID for him.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm going to get in trouble for no digital ID.
Right. Yeah. Well, let's not talk about the other digital ID they're trying to do.
It's not far away.
So, Wow, lots of things happening. All right, we're a minute and 6 in, so we've been going for it. I know that your missus is home, so I'm going to get and let you go.
He knows exactly.
Otherwise,
He knows when an hour's been up, and he can sense it and just comes wandering. I think he knows.
Yeah, he does indeed. All right, so hopefully we'll be able to catch up with you guys. No, next Saturday night there won't be a show unless Mark wants to do it by himself.
Maybe, possibly.
All right,
we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. All right,
but so yeah, we might come back in a photo.
Yeah, I'm basically with my place. We have the Christmas pageant happening here in Manham on that day, and my place is tutoring down the street, waving our little banner. So I've got to go and do that. So there won't be any for next week because that'll be on the 6th of December. So just to let you know, guys. But outside of that, have I got anything to say? Well, I suppose someone's ringing my phone. So that just blew up in my ears.
Perfect timing. Sorry, girl. My young fella, perfect timing. When I unmuted my thing, my little fella screamed as well. He did well.
So with that, and because we have all these wonderful sound effects,
I like it. I like it.
And once more, we have to say from Mark, you may say goodbye, my friend.
Good night, guys.
That's all he's going to do. That's all you're going to do.
Good night from Mark and Albie. Good night, guys.
There we go.
See you guys.
And from me, as I always say, keep the faith, right?
Yeah.
Keep the faith in yourself, keep the faith in God, keep the faith in what you believe, and keep the faith in humanity. And as long as we help everybody else out, then hopefully they will pass it on. Right. So just keep the faith, and we'll see you, providing I don't have a heart attack, in a couple of weeks' time. So keep the faith. Right.
Never
with that,
up,
I'm going to go to here. Never give up. Cheers. Bye all.